I don't know why, but every time at the moment I turn my camera on, my mind goes blank. I don't know why. Literally the past 2 evenings I've had this, sorry about the light as well, it's going to keep changing because the sun has finally decided to show up. But the past 2 evenings I've really had this like surge of, oh, I really want to sit down and chat to you guys and just have like a deep chat about where I am in my feels. And it's felt really normal. I've been like, well, in those moments I've actually been journaling and writing it down, because I feel like my mind has like moments in the evening particularly that just, I don't know, I really am in my thoughts, if that makes sense, and working out my thoughts. And then in the day, like right now, when the camera goes on, mind blank. I really want to chat to you now about some things that have been going on in my brain. I'm hoping I can. And I'm really kind of nervous about it, but I want to kind of approach this and just a lot of different things in my life differently from now on. And I've been really working on that. Hello, by the way. I hope you're all okay. I'm sorry for this really deep chat. I know it won't be for everyone, so don't worry if you don't want to watch this. I just feel like I kind of need to chat to you before I get back into normal vlogging, and I also hope that, you know, it might resonate with you in parts, things that I'm discussing. And yeah, I love talking on YouTube, and I love chatting about real things as well as, like, you know, the nice bits and bobs and the dog cuddles and the workouts and the food and the baby stuff and all of that jazz. Sometimes I do like to sit down and have deep chats about what's going on, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do right now. But the brain is a little bit like, anyway, grab a cup of tea because we might be a while. The other week I had a bit of an epiphany slash mini meltdown slash just a bit of a realization of what I wanted to be as a person. I also really want to try and approach this in a candid way and not kind of worry too much about what I'm saying. I have this extreme toxic habit of over-analysing myself within my work, with like worry of who I am and what I'm saying and not wanting to say the wrong thing. And I've spoken about this a little bit before in the past, and it's been something I've been trying to work on for a long time, or said I've been trying to work on it and not really worked on it. I've struggled to have time in my mind to work on myself, if that makes sense, or like I've struggled to let my mind have time for me, as well as, well, what I'm going to say is I've realised I have an extremely toxic relationship with work and how productive I am. And I mentioned this on Instagram the other day briefly when I kind of suddenly felt all this and had a bit of a mini meltdown. And loads of you said that you struggle with this too. And essentially I feel like I measure my happiness and my success on how productive I'm being, how productive every single day is, and that productivity is only in my mind work. So it's so productive to work on yourself as a human being, but to me, which I'm, you know, finally realizing and actually starting to accept, that only means work. That doesn't mean taking an hour in your evening to have a therapy session is very productive and should be deemed as a very successful thing in my life. But because it isn't like something to do with my job, it isn't, and I don't allow myself that time to do things like that usually. My battery is flashing low, hang on. Also, just want to say, this is not just one big fat moan. I really wanted to chat about this because I feel like we all go through so many things with ourselves and our mind, and we, you know, when we're going through different parts of life, feel so many different things often don't understand them, and I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it in case you're not the only one. You're not the only one that hasn't got their shit sorted out and doesn't know who they are right now and is having a bit of an identity crisis, because I feel you. I do feel like a big trigger for all of these thoughts has come from the fact that I know I'm having a baby in a few months, because I really want to be the best version of myself for her, the best mum I can be, and I'm sure so many mums to be feel like this, and I feel like I'm running out of time. But also I feel like so often in life we just keep going and we ignore, you know, these sort of emotions we're feeling, or we think, you know, just got to keep moving. And that's kind of what I've always done when things have come up. You know, I've looked at them for a second, I've felt sad about certain things and said that I'm gonna make, you know, changes, and then when I do just feel okay, I'm like, right, that's done, and just keep moving and try and just get back into exactly what I was doing before without really making any long-term adjustments to whatever I'm working on within myself, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like this whole chat's probably not gonna make sense, but hopefully you could take bits of it and it'll make sense. It's kind of like putting on a plaster, so you're curing it for a second, or you think you're curing it. Not that we can ever be cured, like it's an ever learning process, working on ourselves and working out who we are and who we want to be. Trying to tackle it head on and also accepting and working out and realizing the things you do want to work on yourself is so productive to do that, but it's so hard to see it as that sometimes, and also sometimes you just want to get on with things and you don't fully give yourself the time to work it out. I feel like I've been doing that for a long time and feeling like I'm cured and whatever I was going through at that point is all done, but never really sorting things out that have been little niggles that have come up over the years. Like I remember last year I had quite a big sort of weird time, and I talked about it on YouTube, and struggled for a few weeks, maybe a month, and then just forgot about it and moved on. I really want to make some adjustments in the way I talk to myself in my mind, in the way that I approach things. I want to be more kind of authentic and not, you know, overanalyze myself, not worry too much about what I'm saying. You know, when I'm in physical social situations at the moment, I don't know if any of you guys have this, but I feel so closed off and disconnected, because I'm so disconnected and confused about who I am and not feeling very confident in who I am, that I'm so like guarded and I don't know, not really there. And I've only really, I mean, I think I've been like it for a while, and I'm only really realizing it now, and I think it's sort of linked to all these things that are going on in my mind which I haven't really properly approached and changed or like tried to work on. You know, like when you're alone and when you do weird things that no one sees, or you say things to yourself in your mind all the time that no one hears, and you can be really like mean to yourself in your mind, or you can do really weird little like routines and things that nobody knows about. I do them. I used to do rituals when I was younger. I think had a slight mild link to being obsessive over certain things, and I think that was more of like a phase for me. I know some people, they carry it through as an adult and they still do things where they like, you know, will touch a doorknob 3 times, and if they don't, they tell themselves in their mind that someone will die or something like that. And I don't necessarily do that anymore, or like I would go around my bedroom every night and like check that there wasn't anything in my cupboard like 10 times, check under my bed, and I'd be telling myself the whole time, if you don't do this, then you won't wake up in the morning. I kind of do that now in a different way, with like these pure rigidness I am with like my daily life and my daily to-do list, because I will write myself an extreme to-do list that is just unachievable. Like I can't fit all those things in the day, and I'll like plan it by like the 30 minutes per hour, if that makes sense, of like, need to film this, need to do that, then that call, then that meeting, then talk to that person, then if I don't complete it, I will be furious at myself and I will feel like a failure. I will leave the day feeling really like deflated and rubbish and like a rubbish person, even though it's literally not the be all and end all of who you are as a human being. There are so many parts of being productive, like making sure you're giving yourself areas in your life that are gonna feed your soul are productive. Seeing friends, that's productive, like you need that. And I feel like, because to me, in my weird mind that speaks to me that isn't very nice, it would only register productivity around actual, like, you know, work with your job, etc. Not all the other areas that make you a human being and make you a happy, content human being. So if somebody asked me to do something, you know, at 5 or 6 in the evening, I would say no, because my list said I had something else to do. And I've always prioritized my job over everything in my life, which I now realise, well, I think I started to realise it at the end of last year, to be honest, because it even affected my relationship at the end of last year, and I was prioritising my productivity over my marriage. And, you know, I'm always honest about what goes on here, and I just feel like I was being a rubbish wife, and I was being a rubbish friend, a rubbish daughter. I wasn't replying to anyone, or I wouldn't make any plans with anyone ever, because by the weekend then, when I finally felt like, oh, it's okay because it's the weekend, I don't have to, my productive brain can shut down for the weekend. I just had nothing left, no battery left. And my therapist actually said to me, it's literally like you're a water tank, and the people in your life have like little drips and drabs of you, but it's basically run out all the time and they're just getting little drips. And that's what I feel like I was giving to everyone in my life, to even my work in the end, because I felt, and I still am feeling, sort of very just drained battery, if that makes sense, because of all these things. It's really funny because my favourite thing in the world to do is hang out with the people I love, but my brain wouldn't let me do it. So my soul wasn't being fed, if that makes sense. It was just me sort of working in fear of my mind, but also failure. And I don't know, this is what I'm kind of trying to uncover at the moment with my therapist. I'm now having regular therapy to keep working on myself and keep working through these things, even though I feel like I'm starting to unravel things a little bit. And I've been doing a lot of journaling and, like, you know, talking and understanding why my mind was so clogged and just really negative towards so much in my life. That it's, you know, a long process that I'm gonna have to keep implementing different things in my life. I feel like I'm having a therapy session with you right now. I'm really sorry if you didn't come onto YouTube for this. Anyway, it's just bizarre because, you know, I love my job and I love what I do, but I also really, really love and crave, you know, time with the people that I love in my life as well, like my friends and my family. It might suddenly look a little bit different, but it's been a few hours and I I had to rush off to my midwife appointment, and I completely lost track of time, so I didn't like close off whatever I was talking about. I can't remember where I was. It's quite a lot later. The sun is about to go down, but I really want to kind of round off whatever I was talking about at the point that I stopped talking. Now. And I'll be quick too, because I feel like I was chatting for ages and ages. I'm just figuring things out, like we all are as humans, and trying to just make more space in my mind and for myself, for my relationships, and not putting all my worth and, you know, success into, you know, my work, but also making space for this big new change in my life, because like my therapist just said to me, if you don't, it will be extremely overwhelming. I'm a very like catastrophic person, she said, where I always think like terrible things are gonna happen. Yeah, I just want to make sure I make the time in my life and be a little bit more flexible and less rigid, and want to make sure I enjoy things again as well, and like feel joy and be present. Because I was thinking actually this morning, because I really tried to approach this week with a different mindset, and like I've been saying and going on about my lists and all of that, I've tried to make it a lot less rigid and not sort of plan things out to extremes like I usually have been, and that mind and my brain has been doing for a very long time in my life now. Allow myself, you know, like my midwife appointment, before I'd be sort of trying to get it done as quickly as possible because it isn't productive, but it is productive because it's productive in growing my baby and making sure my baby's healthy. Not see everything as like a tick list, which I guess I was for a really long time, but I hope that makes sense. There were some other things I wanted to chat about, particularly kind of businessy things. I actually will, probably not today because we will run out of light very soon, and I don't want that kind of like blue lighting for when I do this, but I do also want to chat Bluey, my activewear and swim brand, because we finally have a launch after 6 months. We are back, and I am so excited, but that in itself has been a mission and a half, and I have briefly spoken about it a little bit, but I feel like I kind of want to open up a bit more about what actually happened there, but maybe we'll save that for another day because I have talked so much in this video. But I am going to run through the collection with you because that launches in the next few days that this video will probably be up, and early access is open, so I just want to make sure if anybody who does watch my YouTube videos and doesn't have Instagram wants anything, that you can see it all and you can kind of have that access to it, and I can kind of run you through and show you all of the pieces on and everything. So we will do that. I am really cold as well. I don't know if you can hear that, I've got a shiver in my voice. I really hope that some of this chat has kind of resonated with you a bit, and it's not just been boring and just like, what is she on about, because that's how it kind of feels to me, because my mind is still a little bit jumbled. As I said, I love connecting on YouTube. I was just talking in my session about it too actually, and how it's the place where I feel the most joy in my work, and I just love feeling connected to my YouTube family. And I know that sounds really cringe. I don't really like to say that term very much, but yeah, I love this space, and I feel like I need to remember that it is a safe space that I want to chat on. And yeah, we're just figuring life out together, aren't we? Okay, hello guys, it's a new day, and I have just laid out the brand new Bluey collection because we are going to try everything on together. This is Staples, our brand new collection. So it is all of kind of like your staple pieces for the gym, your essentials that are going to last a very long time, and we've gone very neutral with the tones for this range so that, I don't know, it just kind of never goes out of style. These are our 3 new colours. Also, this is going to be launching on Friday the 28th. I'll put the time on screen. However, if you want to shop, I would recommend signing up to our early access link, because that will be going live before the official launch. So if there is something you want, then make sure you sign up, because particularly our leggings in the past have sold out very, very fast. Basically, we have 3 brand new colours. So this is our midnight black, this is our mocha brown, and this is our ocean blue. I love this colour. It's such like a rich, sort of preppy looking blue. I also love this one because particularly when you've got a tan, this looks absolutely stunning, and it's just such a nice kind of like in between nude, and it's got quite a grey tone to it as well, which I'll show you when I put it on. It's a bit easier to see. And then obviously this is just amazing for your kind of like staple black set when you don't really know what to wear to the gym and you want to feel kind of safe and you can rely on like that set that you go to. This is your gal. So those are our 3 colours. I will talk through, you know, all of the changes to particularly the leggings that we've really improved on when I pop them on. But just to quickly show you, these are our 2 new style sports bras. So this is kind of the everyday bra. I love this one, a nice sort of V where your boobs look really flattering, but it doesn't feel like they're gonna fall out kind of thing. And my boobs have grown in pregnancy. So although I don't have the biggest boobs, I kind of can get the gist a bit more on the boob front and like leaning over in like bent over rows now. I get it. Whereas before it didn't, because it didn't really have anything there. This does still keep you in, but gives you that kind of nice lifted look, which I'll show you. And then this is the back, which also just looks really nice on like back day, you know, when you have like your back out and it just looks really flattering. So these are adjustable as well to make it nice and comfy. It's very comfortable, and this one is more kind of medium support. So it's got removable pads, nice supportive waistband, but I would say this is more medium. Whereas this one is a bit more of our higher support bra. So it's got this really thick contoured waistband, which it really does look quite like a corset on, and it makes the boobs sort of cut day in, but also look really flattering. Looks really nice as a top too, but it's also got this gorgeous open back. But again, I'll show you that one on. And then, let me turn you around. I also look absolutely ridiculous right now. I've got a dressing gown on with nothing else and sunglasses on my head. Don't ask me why. I want to kind of style and show you the pieces styled up when I put them on as well. And I just feel like sunglasses on the head is a look, isn't it? We also do have our no VPL thongs. So we're going to be selling these in 3 packs. And basically I wanted to create these because I feel like a good pair is so hard to come by. So many of you always ask me, what do you wear under your gym leggings? It's not where you can see your thong, because obviously that would mean that it's see-through, which we don't want. But you know, you can see that like line of your underwear sometimes, particularly through seamless material, because it's very like to your skin. So hard to find underwear that can sit under. So loads of people go commando under their gym clothes. I actually don't really like to do that. These are what I've been wearing, and they're fabulous if you want to have some comfy thongs that just won't show up through your leggings. They kind of sit under there seamlessly. So yeah, we've got 3 colours that you can pick from, and I just thought that was just like an essential, which I feel like it's just a really handy thing to have. But anyway, I'm gonna get changed and start popping things on and show you. But also as well, actually the colours mix and match together really nicely, so I will try and show you that too. Right, please excuse the fact I'm probably going to be very breathless at different points while I do this. But I've just popped on the mocha set, so this is how we're looking. I just wanted to quickly talk about the adjustments we made to our leggings compared to our old collections. So firstly, we've massively improved our waistband. Now these are not maternity leggings, but as you can see, they actually fit and feel so comfy on a bump, which is so rare with gym leggings, because with a waistband in your gym leggings, you obviously want it to be compressed and to like support you through lifting and to hold you in. But some gym wear I feel like can really squash you and then create like a bulge over the top, and then it can also roll down. So we have improved our waistband massively. It's actually slightly higher now. Well, it's actually slightly comes down slightly more, so it supports your tummy and gives you that tummy control a little bit better, whereas before the waistband kind of ended about there. I feel like I'm too far away. Can you see what I mean? So we've like actually brought it down, but also the feel of it is different. It's much more sturdy, but it also just doesn't like squish you, which is, I just feel like it's the perfect waistband. But I mean, I would because it is my brand, but we worked really hard to kind of get that improved and perfected. Also, we have improved the scrunch on the bum, so it actually kind of cups your bum even better than it used to. Oh, we're gonna have some dodgy lighting going on. But it actually cups the bum and like goes into your bum better now, so a lot stronger. So it's just much better quality. It sits better on the bum, and I just feel like it looks much better, and yeah, I love it. I feel like that also was something that I really wanted to work on to get that right. And then also our contour has been adjusted, so we've kept it kind of down the leg. It's very subtle. It's like a ribbing that's in the material, so you can't fully see it, but it makes it look a little bit more expensive, but still has that very classic simplistic look, so that you can still wear these leggings kind of out and about. They don't look like super sort of sporty patterns. Do you know what I mean? You know when you've got some gym leggings that have like really dark darts in contour and it kind of looks like a bit OTT? These don't do that. We've actually also taken away the contour from under the bum because the scrunch is so good now. You don't need it. It just works anyway. Oh, I'm out of breath. I just want to show you, actually, I love this gilet with this set. With Bluey, I always wanted to make sure you could wear the sets in lots of different ways. So that was one of the sustainable angles that I wanted to have with the brand. So obviously the material is, well, actually the material has now improved as well. So the recycled yarn in the material has now improved massively. We've actually slightly thickened the material too, to make sure it is completely squat proof, particularly in this colour, because this colour could be dodged, but it's not. But it used to be, our gym wear used to be 57% recycled. It's now 87% recycled. I feel like the material has just massively improved too. Why did I get onto that? I can't remember. Oh, that's what I was going to say. With that sustainable angle, we also wanted to have the angle that you could wear the items in multiple ways and make, you know, different outfits out of it, but also not just in a gym setting. So I feel like we kind of always design our shapes very sort of simplistic and classic, so that you could wear it, you know, to brunch with the girls and it just looks like a nice little sort of co-ord set with a little gilet. So yeah, that's the leggings. I feel like that was kind of probably the most information that I'll give on each item, because everything else I've sort of said. And people always love leggings the most. So this is the bra. I've actually taken out the pads on this, so you can see. It's kind of what I mean, where even without the pads, I have a hoist on the boob. But it's not like anything's falling out, if that makes sense. And then this is, if the camera will focus, this is the back. So it's just got a really nice open back. This looks really flattering, but also it's very comfy because you've got those adjustable straps to kind of like play with, so that you can make it longer or shorter, whatever, so that it fits nicely. And then we've got this nice supportive waistband, and as I said, I would classify this one as a medium support. So I do sprint, well, I'm not sprinting as much anymore. I do run in this, but as I say, you know, I'm not the biggest boobed gal, so I can't say that it's high support. It's much more kind of medium, but kind of your everyday bra, I would say. Next look, we have the ocean blue leggings, which I just absolutely love. Do we think this outfit's a vibe? I don't know. I just grabbed this blazer and was like, I feel like this looks kind of cool. But yeah, I love these leggings. They look so nice with like a baggy t-shirt or jumper in grey particularly. I feel like it looks very kind of preppy, and I don't know, I just like it. I like a sort of dark blue with a grey. Anyway, these are the leggings. They are exactly the same as the mocha ones. Just to quickly mention on size as well, I wear a small in my leggings, which I always have done. So the leggings are very true to size, so go for your usual size. The only thing I will say is the black colour is slightly tighter, like very slightly tighter. So if you are worried with the black set, or if you're in between sizes and sometimes go up to a size, sometimes don't, then do. But if all else fails, just go for your usual size, because it's very, very slight. But often when black comes out of the dye house, it makes it a little bit tighter. It's the same in all gym, where I always have had it. You know, when I worked with Gymshark, I remember the black colour for some reason was slightly tighter than the other colours. So that's just something to note. I'm so out of breath, hang on. Remember the sports bras, it's the same. I'm always an extra small, which I am again. Even though my boobs have grown, actually, I'm still fitting the extra small because our material is so like stretchy and buttery that it just has a lot of space to work with. The only thing I would say again is the black colour in the sports bras as well is slightly tighter, but it's not, it doesn't affect it that much. So, but I just wanted to kind of mention in case you're very in between sizes, just to note that on the black sets. But this is the other bra, which as you can see has this really thick, and I don't know if you can tell in this light, but it kind of goes up here, so it's super, super flattering. As well, on the logos we're very subtle because I've again wanted it to have that sort of fashion feel, so that you could wear it out and about and it didn't look like a, I don't know, I feel like our logo is very soft and sort of girly. It doesn't look overly sport, which I really like. This is the back, which I feel like is so nice. But yeah, this top is such a nice top as a top as well. So you could easily wear this with like jeans or cargos or cycling shorts in the summer. And it's just super flattering the way it sits here as well, because it took us a while to get this right without it giving you armpit squish. It's so hard to do that because you don't want to go too low because then you get side boob, but then you don't want to go too high because you'll get armpit squish. So yeah, I feel like we've really got it in the right place. Okay, and last but not least, we have the staple midnight black set. Do you know what? I used to actually have a set that I went to all the time from Gymshark. It doesn't actually fit me at all anymore, but I wore it particularly on days where I was feeling like less confident and just wanted to, I don't know, feel undercover in a way. And I just felt safe in it, and particularly if I wasn't having a very confident body day, I'd just whap it on and it just made me feel good. So I basically wanted to create that set so that you guys are looking for that set. You can grab it here. But yeah, same leggings as the others, and then this bra is the same as the mocha one, which I showed you before. But anyway, that is the Bluey collection. I'm so excited that it's finally going to launch. It's been a long time. It actually originally was supposed to launch in January, so that is what I mean when I say it's been a while. I'm really excited for Bluey to be back in business, to be back up and running, and to just start seeing you guys in Bluey again, because that's the best part of having a clothing business. All of the behind the scenes stuff is not my favourite, but it has to be done. But the end part, when you see people wearing it and you see, you know, how they feel in it and how it makes them feel really confident in the gym, and it's like their favourite set and all of that, that is the best part. And hearing that feedback and just, yeah, creating lovely pieces that you would love to wear yourself. So thank you so much if you do grab anything from the collection. If you have supported Bluey in the past, thank you so much. It's been one of the hardest things to create, but I'm just really hopeful for 2023, and I feel like it's just going to be Bluey's year to shine and just create really lovely collections, which are coming very soon after, e.g. swim, which I'm so excited for. I will make sure I leave the early access link in the description box, and if you do have any questions about anything, please just ask me and I'll make sure I get back to everyone before launch. Anyway, I'm gonna close off this video because you're probably fed up of hearing my voice. I'm actually gonna pick up a new video this afternoon, which I'm really excited about, to kind of get back into vlogging, as I said, so that will be coming next. But thank you so much if you are still here. If you listened to me blab away yesterday, well, earlier for you, but yesterday for me, and I'm just so grateful for this space and you guys, and just, yeah, just having this space to chat to you and hopefully connect with you guys as well on what all of that blab that I say. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are all okay, and I will see you in my next video very soon, because I'm going to start filming it.